Good morning. Today we are going to learn the new chapter. The chapter name is Lines and Angles. Now, before going into the chapter, first let us recall whatever we have learned in the previous class. Ray. This is a way to represent the ray here. That is, it has one point and a line will be there. This we used to represent as, the name of this is AB. So A, B, same way how it is there, the same way we will represent here. Now the next one is line segment. Two end points will be there, in between that a line will be there. Line connects the two end point. The name given here is C and D, so the symbol to represent the line segment is CD. Now next is line. There line means two end points are there, in between that we have the PQ, that is line segment is there. In that line segment we have the extension here. This arrow indicates that it keeps on extending, so both the sides it keep on extending there. That is a meaning of line here. This we have to represent as PQ with the symbol. All these things we have learned in the class 6 itself. Now instead of giving different symbols for each and everything, now from now onwards we are going to give a same symbol, that is C A B bar. This indicates a ray, line segment, line, everything. Simply we will write only this bar here. This is for ray also, for line segment also, for this line also. Now next is collinear points. Collinear point means if three points lie on a same line, then those three points are said to be collinear points. Point A, point B and point C. All these points lie on a single line L. Therefore, the point A, B and C are called collinear points. Now, the next is non-collinear points. Non-collinear point means the third point does not lie on the line. Only 2 points will be there. If 2 points lie on a line means then it will be a line there. This is not a collinear points. The third point does not lie on the straight line. If these 3 points not lie on a straight line means then these 3 points are not called the collinear points. These are non-collinear points there. The next one is angle. Angle means two rays will be there. A common point is there. The two rays starts from the common point O, and in between that angle forms here, that is the angle theta. The gap between these two rays and starts from the common point. Originating point is same for these two rays, and in between these two the gap is called as the angle here. Now the angle is formed between the two rays originated from the same end point. This is the angle. Now next is types of angles. Now see here, say the two rays there, OA is a ray, OB is the ray. These two have the same end point. These are called arms here. The ray making an angle are called arm of the angle, and the end point is called the vertex of the angle. The ray which making an angle is called the arm of the angle, and the end point is called the vertex of the angle. This we have studied in the previous class itself. Now see here, OA is the ray, OB is the ray. OB is moving. This is a fixed ray, and this keeps on moving from the starting point and it moves in this way. Now this angle, this OB ray is here and it makes the angle X here. If we measure the angle X, this is less than 90 degree. If it is less than, starting from 0 to it is less than 90 degree, in between that we have the angle X here. Therefore this angle is called acute angle. Now next one, it makes the angle 90 degree. If we measure that OB ray stands on the line of 90 degree, therefore the second here angle y is a right angle. Right angle y is equal to 90 degree. Now go for the third one. The OB ray moves still forward here. Now it makes the angle more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. This is the obtuse angle. The angle Z is in between 90 and 180. So this is more than 90 and it is less than 180. Now this one is the, see here, this OB rays lie on the same line of OA. Now the total angle here is 180. That is a straight angle. Straight angle, that S is equal to 180 degree. Now still that OB lines bend downward and makes the angle at this place. Now complete angle is there. So starting from 0, 180, again it crossed 180 there. So now when it comes at reaches this point, this will make angle 360. So starting from this place and it reaching again this same place here. So this angle here is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Let us take this angle as T. So T is in between 180 degree and 360 degree, and the name for this angle is a reflex angle. All these things we have studied in the previous classes itself. The next is complementary angle. Complementary angle means a sum of two angles. So let us take that angle as x and y. If you add these two angles, then this is equal to 90 degree means then those two angles are called as complementary angles. For example, let us take if x is equal to 45 degree, then substitute it here 45 degree plus y is equal to 90 degree, then y is equal to 90 minus 45, then y is equal to 45 degree. So both will be 45 degree. Suppose if x is equal to 40 degree, if you are taking means, then y will be around 50 degree there. Now the next is a supplementary angle. Same thing, if two angles sum is equal to 180 degree, then those two angles are called as supplementary angles there. Then the next one is adjacent angles. Next topic is adjacent angles. See here, this is a ray OA. This is OB. These two are the rays here starting with the point O. Now for these two, I have a common ray, that is OC, starting from the same point. Now this OC is common for both OB and OA. Now this OC, before that OBOA makes a complete angle, full angle, obtuse angle it makes. Now this OC line divides the obtuse into two parts here. Now what are the two parts? One is angle BOC, another is angle COA. Now one is the angle BOC and the next angle is COA. Now see here, these two are non-common arms. Now this is a common for both the things. If this common divides the angle into two parts, and then these two angles are called as adjacent angles. Now see here, this angle BOA and the next angle COA, these two angles are called as adjacent angles. These are the adjacent angles. Now when I add these two angles, what I will get? BOC plus COA. If I add these two angles, then I will get the entire angle BOA. That is, angle BOA is equal to angle BOC plus angle COA. This way also we can write that. Now see here, instead of writing this BOC, COA, we can give the number here. This is angle 1, this is angle 2. The entire angle let us take as angle 3. In the first itself, while starting the sum itself, we have to define let angle BOA is equal to angle 3. Angle BOC equal to angle 2. COA is equal to angle 1. First itself, if we have defined there, then no need to write that angle BOA, BOC, COA and all every time. We can just represent the now. Now the same thing we can write as angle 3 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 1. This will be much easier than writing this one. But directly we cannot write this one. Before starting writing the answers, first thing we have to define what is that, what angle, which number we are giving. First itself we have to define everything, then we have to write this one. And while writing this, we should not change the order. See here, BOA and BOC, this should not change. That is a COB, AOC, AOB, that and all we should not change. One order if you are following means we have to follow the same order for the entire sum. The next is vertically opposite angles. Now vertically opposite angles means, for that two lines are there, AB and CD are the two lines. Now, these two lines are going to intersect at the point, O. If these two lines intersect at the point O, then these two lines makes the angle. See, let us define this angle 1, this angle 2, here 3 and here 4. These four, it makes these four angles. In these four angles, now see here, one is opposite to 2. Angle 3 is opposite to 4. So which is opposite to which one? That angles are vertically opposite angles. Now these are all angles here. Now angle 1 is opposite to angle 2. So opposite angles, angle 1 is, and similarly angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Opposite angles will be always equal here. Why it is equal, that we will see as a proof here. Now see here, take this adjacent angles here. These two are non-common arm and this is the common arm. Now this is like an obtuse angle here. Suppose this OB and OA lie on a straight line means, then this makes an angle 180. Now in between that, if OC line is there, then this angle 1 and angle 2, if I add angle 1 plus angle 2, if I add means, then both the angle will be equal to 180 degree. These angles are adjacent angles. When I add these two adjacent angles, I got the answer as 180 degree. Then these angles are called as linear pair of angles. If you add these two angles and you got the answer as 180, then that two angles are called as linear pair of angles. Now the same thing we can see here also. Two lines are intersecting and make four angles here. Now let us take this AB as a line. Let us forget about this OD. Now AB is a line here. Take OC is a ray stands on the line at the point O. Now see here, this is a line AB. Now in this OC stands on that, OC is there. Here angle 4 I have and here angle 1 I have. Now see here, angle 4 is here, angle 1 is here. This is a line. Line means what is the angle for the line here? 180 degree. Now angle 4 and angle 1 are adjacent angles here. Adjacent angles, and if I add these two adjacent angles, what that will be equal to? Angle 1 plus angle 4. This will be equal to 180 degree. Why it is equal to 180 degree? Because AB is a line there. The angle in a line is 180. Angle in a line is 180 degree. Now same thing, let us take in the next way. Let us take that ray as a OD. Forget about now OC. Now this side I have angle 2 and angle 3. Now similarly, if AB is a line, OD stands on AB at the point O means, then angle 2 and angle 3 are adjacent angles. Angle 2 and angle 3 are adjacent angles, and angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Since AB is a line, that makes the angle as 180. The same way we can see for CD also. If CD is a line, then OA stands on that CD means we can write angle 4 plus angle 2 is equal to 180. Angle 4 plus angle 2, that is equal to 180 degree. Now similarly, CD is a line, OB stands on CD means, then angle 1 plus angle 3, that is equal to 180 degree. Now see that everything is equal to 180 degree. Now see here, 1 plus 3 is equal to 180, 4 plus 2 is equal to 180, 2 plus 3 equal to 180, 1 plus 4 is equal to 180 degree here. Now let us take this as a first equation, second equation, third equation and fourth equation. Now let us take the second and the third equation, 2 and 3. Now 2 plus 3 is equal to 180, 4 plus 2 is equal to 180. So we can write this as angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 4 plus angle 2. Now this plus this angle and this angle are equal. This is also 2 and this is also 2. So both the sides we can cancel that two angles. Now what angle I got? Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Now see here, angle 3 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. That is why we are saying that vertically opposite angles are equal. Now the same thing we can do with equation 1 and equation 4. Now equation 1 is 1 plus 4, angle 1 plus angle 4. Now the fourth equation is angle 1 plus angle 3. Now these are both are equal to 180 degree. So we can say that this is equal to this one. Now both the sides I have angle 1 here. Now angle 4 is equal to angle 3. In this also I got that angle 4 is equal to angle 3. Now we want to prove that angle 2 is equal to angle 1. For proving that angle 2 equal to angle 1, let us consider the equation 2 and equation 4. Now consider the equation 2 and equation 4. If I take 2 and 4. Now see here, angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 3. Now both are having angle 3 common here. So we can write that angle 2 is equal to angle 1. 2 and 1 are vertically opposite angles there. That's why vertically opposite angles are equal. This is vertically opposite angles. In short form, we can write it as V dot O dot A. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal when two line intersects at a point, and when it makes the four angles here, vertically opposite angles are equal.